So this study shows that they surveyed 10,000 millionaires. It's the Ramsey Solutions conducted the largest survey of millionaires ever, 10,000 participants. And the top 5 careers of people who become a millionaire, they have engineers, they have accountants, they have management, and they have attorneys. Those are 4 of the 5. What do you think the 5th one is? So engineer, accountant, management, attorney. The 5th one is one you would not expect. That is the highest career or the highest concentration of millionaires in a single occupation.
Salespeople?
No.
Agriculture?
No.
Lawyers, doctors.
So attorneys are in
Attorneys,
there, but yeah. Teachers. Engineers, accountants, management, attorney, and teachers. And he was telling me, he was like, yeah, one of the top 5 professions for people to become a millionaire is a teacher. And I think most people are conditioned.
On a percentage basis, yeah.
Well, most people are conditioned to think, hey, teachers don't get paid a lot of money. They get paid $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, depending on if it's public or private.
But they know math.
Where they are. Well, even better than that is they're super disciplined.
Yeah.
The person that ends up becoming a teacher from like a psychological standpoint, they're not trying to go buy a yacht, right? They're not trying to go buy the Ferrari. They usually end up being somebody who, hey, I want to go to work. I want to teach people. They live within their means. They have kind of financial discipline, and they'll become a millionaire. And so it makes sense. You think engineers and management or attorneys, they make a lot of money. They have kind of high top line income, and so okay, they become a millionaire. But when you look at accountants, like okay, they understand accounting, like they'll figure it out. With teachers, I think is like really interesting because it completely dispels one of the things that most people think is true is like, oh, you have to make a ton of money. Like most teachers really don't make that much money, right? But it is one of the top 5 careers for millionaires.
That makes me feel good hearing that.
Why?
That teachers are doing well financially. Because it's always been the narrative.
Someone just said in the comments
really make a lot.
that it's cheating because they can get summer jobs. Like, no, that's not how this works.
They have 2 jobs.
That's an all-time comment.
So I just quickly searched the average salary of a teacher, and salary.com has it between $40,000 and $70,000. ZipRecruiter has it between $16,000 and $40,000. And then Glassdoor has it between $30,000 and $60,000. So let's call it somewhere between, $20,000 to maybe $60,000 or $70,000 to be a public school teacher. And we know that 33% of millionaires, like John said, have never made more than $100K in a single year. And one of the top 5 professions to become a millionaire is a teacher. So it's pretty damn cool when you start to understand.
So what's the thought process behind that? You can either make a lot of money or you can be really disciplined and save
the holy
a lot of
grail
money.
is you do both, right?
Yeah.
Is you have incredible earning potential, you make a ton of money, and then on top of that, you're financially disciplined, and so you actually end up getting there faster, you end up compounding it and whatever. But even if you don't make a lot, like again, think about it. If you start working at the age of 22, right, and you get paid $50,000 a year, I'm not a mathematician, but you only need to work 20 years, and now you've been paid $1 million of top line income. Now you've got expenses, you got to pay taxes, you got to do all this stuff. So,
but you can also invest.
You can invest, you can do all this stuff, right? But like you've already been paid $1 million by the time you're 42 years old, and you're only making $50,000 a year, and you're a teacher. So what happens if you become financially disciplined, and let's say that you can save a big portion of that? Well, okay, now you've been working for 30 years, then 40 years, right? Like at some point, by the time you hit retirement, if you've been paid $50,000 a year, you literally made $2 million in top line revenue. It's to kind of Bill's point. It's not how much you made; it's how much did you keep.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you just put, let's say, double that. Right now, it's not 50; it's 100. Well, in 10 years, you've literally made $1 million in top line revenue.
Yeah, and this applies. Some people in the comments are giving us a hard time because it's like we're saying teachers are millionaires, and the point is really
they are. No, they literally are. It's one of the top 5
that's what the
professions.
stat says.
In
Yeah,
the survey. Like I didn't make it up. Like, like literally, teachers are millionaires. Like it is one of the top 5 professions to become a millionaire in the United States.
But it could be applied to anyone at that income level. Is my point.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm not saying that they're getting paid $1 million a year and that's how they become a millionaire. I'm saying that they likely have a propensity for living within their means more so than anybody else. Like we all went to school. I don't remember a teacher showing up in a Corvette, right? Like I don't remember them spending like lavishly. Frankly, most of them kind of showed up to school and they probably were wearing the same clothes that they'd worn for a while. And like, it was just like, that's just what they do. They go to school, they teach, during the school year, and then they leave.
Well, to the point about the math, they have to count what resources they have because there's little of it, right? So they have to count in order to feed themselves. Where I think people get into trouble is, especially in business, and you start selling products, for example, and to your point, you can look at the revenue line item and you can say, oh my God, look at how much money I'm making. And that revenue can be very deceiving, right? So it doesn't surprise me.
Hey guys, bang bang. Thanks so much for watching the Best Business Show today. And don't forget to check out our partner, SoFi. They make all this possible. They're a super app that lets you save, spend, borrow, earn, and invest all from one single platform. And if you go there today and you sign up for a SoFi Invest account, you can get between $5 and $1,000 for free from SoFi. Not everyone's obviously going to get $1,000, but everyone gets something. Don't say that I never did anything for you. Go check them out at SoFi.com/pomp, download the app, and go ahead and open an account. SoFi.com/pomp, and make sure you come back and watch more of the Best Business Show. We're going to build the biggest business show in the world, and we need your help.